My name is Ethan. The moment the new girl introduced herself as Lily, I finally learned her real name. She was so skinny that she reminded me of a little bean sprout, so I smiled and asked if I could call her Bean Sprout. She shyly agreed. Curious about her grades, I asked how she was doing in school. She looked surprised, probably wondering if I wanted to copy her homework someday. She nervously admitted that her grades were only average. To me, though, average was already incredible because I'd spent years ranking near the bottom of the entire school. I asked if she'd be willing to tutor me since no one else in class wanted to help, and I honestly wanted to get into college. She hesitated for a moment, and I thought she was going to refuse just like everyone else. I couldn't help wondering why no one ever wanted to help me. Ever since I was a kid, I'd been bullied. I never had real friends, and nobody wanted to spend time with me. Then, to my surprise, she smiled and agreed to tutor me. I couldn't believe it. The teacher noticed us talking and asked if something was wrong. She quickly said everything was fine. After class, I thanked her sincerely. I'd always wanted to study seriously, but no one had ever given me a chance. I told her she was my very first real friend. She quietly wondered if she could finally have a friend too. When I asked which subjects we should study, she simply smiled and said, all of them. The teacher couldn't help noticing how different I was that day. Normally, I slept through every class, but this time I was fully awake. He even suspected I was bothering the shy new transfer student and warned me to stop talking. A little later, the school announced that everyone had to gather on the athletic field for the morning assembly. As everyone rushed downstairs, I stopped Lily and told her to stay close because the stairway would be crowded. She was so small and thin that I worried she'd get pushed around. Besides, she didn't even know where our class was supposed to stand, so I wanted to guide her there and protect her. She quietly suggested waiting until the crowd cleared, but I refused. If we were late, the student council would deduct points from our class, and our homeroom teacher would be disappointed. When I asked if she really wanted to make the teacher sad, she immediately agreed to walk with me. As we made our way downstairs, she noticed that everyone was stepping aside to let us pass. She thought people respected me, but I laughed and admitted the truth. My grades were so terrible that everyone thought I was dragging the whole school down, so they avoided me whenever they could. She looked genuinely upset for me and promised she'd help me improve my grades. For the first time in a long time, someone truly believed in me. At the assembly, the vice principal stepped onto the stage. The moment I saw him, I knew I was in trouble. He announced that he was publicly criticizing a student everyone already knew, me. He called me onto the stage and listed every mistake I'd made. I'd written love letters to girls, and after one teacher scolded me, I got revenge by puncturing his car tires. Because of my behavior, the school had decided to place me on disciplinary probation and publicly criticize me in front of everyone. Our class had almost won the school's weekly honor award, but because of me, we lost it. The vice principal ordered me to lift my head and explain myself. The entire school expected me to argue back. Some even thought I was about to make my 999th confession to my longtime crush. No one expected what happened next. Instead, I thanked the vice principal for giving me the chance to admit my mistakes. I sincerely apologized to the teacher whose car I damaged and promised to pay for every penny of the repairs. I apologized to my classmates for costing them their class honor and volunteered to handle classroom cleaning duties for an entire month to make up for it. Then I admitted that I'd wasted years fooling around without caring about my future, but that was over. Starting that day, I was going to study seriously, become a responsible high school student, get into college, and make my school proud. My friends couldn't believe what they were hearing and joked that someone must have replaced me with a completely different person. The vice principal gave me one final warning. Since I was already on disciplinary probation, one more serious mistake would get me expelled. I promised him that from now on, I'd be a model student. As I walked off the stage, my former crush looked disappointed because she had actually thought I was about to confess my feelings to her again. Instead, all she got was my public apology. Not long afterward, the teacher called Lily into the office and quietly asked if I'd been bullying her in class. He told her not to be afraid and encouraged her to tell the truth. She immediately defended me and explained that I'd never bullied her. In fact, she told him I was a good person. The teacher couldn't believe it and even wondered if she'd been threatened into protecting me. So he asked why I'd spent the whole class talking to her. She smiled and explained that I genuinely wanted to study, but no one else in class was willing to teach me. I'd simply asked her to tutor me, and she had agreed. She even told the teacher that I was actually smart because whenever she explained a problem, I understood it almost immediately. The teacher stared at her in complete disbelief. Wait, you're telling me Ethan actually asked you to help him study?